Then Mars, like, especially against Medusa, no? I get
5 OD.
like,
I have no idea what to expect from a 5 OD.
oh my Conker in general. He's just like this big tanky boy, and DP's kind of like, okay, I don't care about your damage. But it is called Conker, so it is going mid, so they're not laning up against each other.
What are you looking to achieve off of that following getting a T1 mid? What's kind of next in terms of their game plan?
I think the standard flowchart is always to just take the safe lane tower and the mid lane tower, you know, whatever one player does the other one off. They're doing it now.
Yeah, they may do that and try to get a Gabby kill along the way. They kill him once, can they kill him a second time? DJ has a snowball. He's going to look to snowball them all in. Armel and the Quap not going into snowball, but they've got the extras, and there's the arena catching him. Over-committing perhaps, and Gabby's still alive on the Wraith King. Has the one charges as well. Armel's Quap needs a blink. It's up in 5 seconds time and goes for the TP out. The cookie is going to be just off the mark, but the vanish from the Astral is there, and the spear follows it up. Blink potentially there, but the X is going to stop Armel from using it, so great punish from T1.
Really, really good. When you're behind and you're feeling
up. The Mars with an armlet, so he's going to be a very tanky frontliner and dish out a lot of damage with that God's Rebuke if he can catch a hero or two in. Walking to a sentry. They're going to see him coming, but it may be too late. Cuckoo already has the arena, but he gets stunned up before he can spear into it. Nice snowball as well. Cuckoo misses the spear, unfortunately, because of the nice snowball save. Gets to do some good damage, but it's not enough, and Cuckoo going to go down. Armlet toggle through all the damage over time, and Armel on the Quap gets a Sonic Wave off, needs to try and bottle his way through this one. He's on 10 health, he's still alive for now, had to blink after the X. He gets out of it. Is there a cleave? There is, just in time from Carl. Found the right angle for it. T1, though, lose this fight. Luckily, Carl makes a really nice play to get the Highbringer cleave to get the Quap. Otherwise, it would have been an absolute disaster. It's still a... Perhaps the initiation, the blink is going to come from, yeah, Gabby's Wraith King, because got it queued up before any kind of a Desolator, which he's not even got in mind for now, but before that happens, Fnatic, Ward smoking through, they're going to find Whitemon here, roll on through, and they catch this OD, they get the Ice Shot block there, Ice Blast, which is going to miss to follow it up. He turns with the Sands Eclipse, and DJ, Gabby thrown to the wolves here.
Good on Whitemon, that was really good. Breaking smoke, die quick enough. You're gonna throw the kisses on him, but if anyone gets the response, if Tusk is near, suddenly it all goes gray, Raven gets all... They're kind of like really deep in the... Fnatic still have their tier 1 top tower up, so people can punish, right? And don't have that sort of post tower to get...
Item that's come up for Fnatic is this BKB on Death Prophet, which is why they smoked up looking for a fight. They're kind of trying to bait their Medusa up top, but they have to show themselves to D-Ward, and now here comes T1. Smoked up themselves, seeing what they can find. They've got a nice ward here. They see these heroes. They go Jabs here. They get the spear for the snowball save. Gets him the BKB off. Jabs would have been first if not for that. Great play from DJ to turn this fight around. They want the Wraith King, but he's got 2 lives here, so they'll get the first with ease. Can they get the second? There's no Ice Blast. It's still on cooldown for a couple of seconds, and with the dual breath missing, Gabby will get away from this. Jabs has 1 Spirit Siphon left, but he gets speared out of there. So Gabby actually gets out alive for now. They try and chase him down, but unfortunately for Fnatic, some of their spells were just a couple seconds away. If they had an Ice Path, they maybe could have killed the Wraith King a second time, but just a little bit on cooldown.
Yeah, this is sad when your carry's your initiator, but Fnatic, like, he doesn't have a BKB, right? So he just goes in, there's this nice save with the snowball, and then he just gets super controlled up. He can't kill anyone, it's... I feel like their fights are just... I think it's much nicer for T1 if, say, Cuckoo is able to initiate, and then... Because if he arenas and spears, say, like, Armel.
He's under a ward. He walks into an Ice Path now as well. The Macropie, can they do this with the damage they've got? Armel misses the Sonic Wave because of a great Astral Imprisonment. Daniel on the backlines on the Jakiro trying to get some more damage up, but Cuckoo's just tanking his way through this one, but can't Armlet toggle his way out of that. Carl could be next, but he's going to BKB, so he should be fine here, but they're going to force him to use it. Cookie as well to get him back to safety, so they get the Mars kill in the end. Fnatic fighting under a ward and getting some decent results, but they're not going to be able to get this tier 2 tower because it's full health and it's being glyphed up. It feels like in some ways Fnatic have been the ones more in control in terms of, you know, controlling Roshan, making the plays, playing on the enemy side of the map, but say that Normal in the mid lane may get picked off here with the Aegis. He loses his first life. He's going to BKB for a second, but what I was going to say is T1 have themselves a 3k gold lead. They're actually, you know, out farming, even though the Medusa's top of the net worth.
Hard farming that they've been farming for so long for all these. Now they have BKBs.
DPC take a fight, but he doesn't use his BKB. Does get bailed out by the Astral. That's going to make him get out of this one for now. He's still got the arena, but Jabs is just running at him with the ultimate, the Exorcism, doing some good physical damage, but it's just not enough to burst through him. Instead, it's Kroll's Kunka getting low, but none of these heroes are going down. Gabby, gotta be careful. He's in the front lines all alone. The kiss is coming from the trees. Raven still has his Stone Gaze, and he's going to commit it to look to bring down Gabby with the Skadi Slow. It's not going to be enough. In the trees is the OD for White One. He gets stoned up, and Zephyr not far off. May just have to try to blink his way back to safety, but he can't do that with the Shadow Strike on him. He gets a nice cookie kill on a DJ, though. And Zephyr may end up going down, but he does get a nice kill on his way out, as Fnatic will secure the top tier 2 tower.
Easier contest.
Particularly bad if they don't have their outposts as well, which Fnatic's got control of, so no TP locations around the Roshan for T1. They maybe got Jabs in mid lane. Who goes in? It's the Blink Dagger timing, but Jabs, he survived through it and gets the X's mob as well, some Spirit Siphons, but does die before he can heal himself back up. DJ tried to go in to save him as well, but it's going to be 2 dead on the Fnatic side. T1 have found a way to win a fight and also get themselves this T1 mid, and all it took was this Blink Dagger timing. Cuckoo finally got the blink on the Mars, and it did wonders. T1, they had the smoke, but nice reaction from Jabs. He gets the BKB off it. Use that wears off. Cuckoo's going to be looking for him with the arena, and they've got the Scatter Blast to sun him up. Nice snowball. Keeps him alive a little bit longer, but he's still going to be rolling himself in as Armel goes to the front lines, looks for the Sonic Wave kills, but they've instantly lost Jabs' Death Drop. It doesn't get a chance to Exorcism here. Banish onto the Medusa just to stop her from dishing out damage as T1 buy back. And TP Carl out with the BKB. Cuckoo is low in the trees, but he's got to blink TP out himself. So himself on the mid lane. They're going to see this X, I believe. Are they going for it? They're going for the backlines. They want the OD first. That's the save. So they take out the OD. And now maybe they just walk into the Roshan pit. If OD doesn't fight back, they could just get themselves Roshan.
It's good, yeah. It was nice control of them to not go to the Kunka because they saw the X and they were like, oh, we could go on him.
The OD, Roach is getting low here. T1's got to go soon. They have the buyback as well as the outpost there. Jabs committing the Exorcism on the front lines here, and with the Ice Path, it's blocking Gabby. He does get pushed out of the Ice Shard. Back to safety for now. He's getting very low in his first life. There's a nice Stone Gaze from the Medusa on the front line, trying to deal with Carl, who's running in on that Kunka, trying to finish off DJ, who's using the Spider Legs to get back to the high ground. Great juking from the Tusk, and they just take out the Kunka. He got baited in. The Spider Legs are going to be too much to deal with, and they get Roshan as the kisses come. A little bit too late. Raining on in, looking for the DJ kill, but very close to getting him. DJ will survive his way through it.
You're watching Scout Blast and stun them, right? They have so many ways to just jump and stun and go. Fnatic don't have that at all. They kind of rely on T1 to put themselves out of position and to kind of try and get Raven into the middle of the ult and be a problem.
Thought a bit in that last fight, you were kind of keeping eyes on Jabs, and that was like their initiation, was his death drop. Like, I'm just going to run at them with Exorcism. Not really an initiation, but it did something. As here we're going to see initiation from the Mars. Blink Spear on the Medusa, but I don't think they have to. Not on the tier you want to be going on. It's Jabs perhaps on the death drop, but he's going to BKB as well as multiple Spirit Siphons to keep him nice and healthy. Zoom them well away, but with the BKB wearing off, Cuckoo's trying to experiment on arena with the kisses to follow up. The damage raining down on the Jabs. He can't survive his way through it. DJ couldn't find a good line to get a snowball save off, and as a result, they've lost the death prop, but killed the Mars in the process. And Raven is turning around with the break. Take out Gabby's first life. So they look for a second kill. The Ice Blast is going to be there, waiting for him on the respawn. Okay, is there with the buyback on the Mars. They want to take this fight. Raven's going low here. He's got the Aegis still to play around, but he's out of mana, so he's just going to try and fight his way through this one. Cornered up, being controlled here. They don't have a good way to keep Raven alive, but Januel says this Ice Blast will have to do. Trying to get him back to safety. Raven wants to keep this Aegis for now. Looks like Fnatic with the buy.
I think when we covered Team Spirit's games, they were like the best team at showing when they were behind, like when they were took so many fights, I was just like, no way.
Like, yeah, the team just got Aegis and they just run into them. Gabby runs into a bit of a tough spot. The Ice Shard's blocking him in, so he'll lose his first life here. Can they go for the second kill here? DJ finds a snowball target, but Doesn't hit Gabby as he comes out of the reincarnation. They are going to blink forward here. He goes for the BKB TP out. I don't think he timed it. Ooh, they didn't have a stun. The Walrus Punch was just a little bit too far away. The BKB actually wore off, but luckily there was no disables left.
Their spells up. They're missing kisses? That's about it.
The thing is, with Spell Prism, BKB's already back up. Like, it's actually got very short cooldown. I mean, 1 minute cooldown. It's relatively short. Refresher, though, a bit big. From Fnatic, T1 have that ward, though. They're playing around. They instantly get vision, though. Cuckoo gets jumped. Does get saved by the Astral, though. That'll keep him alive for now. The Sonic Wave catches him as he pops out. He gets the Spear Arena off before he goes down. He's not even done. He's taking his way through this one. He's going to refresh now as well. He's going to throw up the second arena onto this Medusa, but the backlights have been gone on. They've lost the OD, so no more saves for Cuckoo, who will get finished off. Armel gets the double kill, making sure he gets the support OD, and then they deal with Cuckoo later. And that's right as Roche respawns. So Roche number 3, Ag's Blessing, Cheese, and Aegis.
Wow, those punches from DJ, so nice, so nice. I was like, I was punching the air for Cuckoo. I was like, what a nice refresher. He like steps out of the arena, so Raven punches him. He's cut while he's pushing. T1 are doing the best they can to try and distract him. Like, yo, come on, don't push our base. Do something like, look at all this pressure on him, man.
Kick back, DJ. Push Cuckoo in, forces out an arena, but DJ, that's not how he saw that one going. He thought he was setting up, but instead he's setting up on himself. Banishes there offensively onto the Medusa just to buy some time. The Spear follows it up. Medusa just being hided around. I don't think they actually want to commit onto Raven at this point. But with Tusk dead, they're probably more than happy to take a fight. Fnatic know they've got to be careful about T. Like, that's the end of that push.
Armel showed on their
jungle.
base.
Raven may get caught out if he's not careful, but Jabs is nearby. Raven goes in with the Silver Edge, doing what he can. He still wants to play around this Aegis. Still has a minute left on her, so Jabs running in with the Exorcism on the backlines here. Jabs has done a good job finding the supports, but with Wraith King Gabby showing up, Jabs may just have to turn and run. He's in trouble with this BKB wearing off in a second here. Jabs gets instantly speared away. He gets speared out, but the torrent hitting him though. Gets healed back up a little bit, but the Ascenic Trap, he still ends up going down. The fleet flying on through as well. Armor doing some good damage with the Sonic Wave. They've killed the Wraith King once, but I don't think they can do so twice. As Fnatic are dropping, losing their supports as well as Jabs, and Armel needs to blink out. He's still going to BKB, but he's being chain stunned up. The torrent is there. And T1 have demolished this team fight.
Dude, I'm grinning. I'm just grinning. Did you watch Medusa in that fight? It was a fun.
Yeah. I guess the good news is I think he's got the Ag's Blessing now, so can buy out a Rapier. If Raven wants to forego having buyback, Rapier is a consideration. They get Carl into the base here, using those kicks. Carl is in too deep. That's why they have this Tusk. The Tusk with the Walrus Kick, the Ag Scepter, is so good when you're defending high ground. It's perhaps not as good when you're pushing the enemy high ground, but when you're on the back foot, it's so nice when you can push the enemy out of it. Okay. 60 seconds without it. Fnatic seem unfazed as they go into the Roshan. Meanwhile, Armel's off. He's been stunned up. He gets chain stunned and burns it down. Does that buyback. Meanwhile, Fnatic looking to finish off Roshan. They commit exorcism and everything. Going to buy back the Queen of Pain. Nice kick into Carl into the pit, but there's the detection. They don't see him. He's in bizzed up. They need some detection. The Dazzle hero is not in range. And jumping in his Gabby, they pull back everyone. Gabby's just melted to the exorcism, but he's trying to heal his way through this one, but he doesn't bring down the Death Prophet in time. Jabs kept alive with Ice Blast 2. They're controlling up the Wraith King here. Punch him into the air. The Sonic Wave as well, getting him nice and low. Can they finish him off with the Medusa with the Rapier? They kill him a second time. Can they get him a third? Gabby, he's back alive once more. He's charging forward. He's managed to hold on to his Rapier. He's trying to get himself out of this one, but he's being controlled, and he's going to drop a Rapier. Raven now with double Rapier on the Medusa. They do have buybacks on the T1 side. So despite Aegis,
could see the absolute craziest team fight of all time. Potentially.
Your admiral is on board.
Another crazy item is the X-Mash. So we're seeing like double, triple BKBs. Whoa! Cuckoo gets kicked way out of there into the Fnatic team, and do Fnatic have the damage to come off? You've got to imagine they do with Raven's Medusa, getting him low here. Being kicked almost too far away. They do finally bring him down. They had to work for it though, and the enemy base is the Jab's Death Prophet. He's being banished up, and without a BKB, he's got cheese now to play around. Has a blink out in a second, eats the cheese. Jab's still alive. They couldn't finish him off, and now Cuckoo has to buy back just to try and defend the base. Raven going forward, looking for the tier 4 towers. Snake deal with this Medusa? Make it stop. Make it stop. Here's another one. They're not done. Oh, Carl getting kicked back in. The punches, the kicks. And then A-Style coming out from DJ's Tusk, and Raven just going charging forward with the Medusa. They've lost DJ, who will instantly buy back in the enemy base with the second Exorcism now. They've also got a third one if need be with a Refresher Shard. Do they look to try and force this one? Medusa is in deep under tier 4 tower. Getting speared to the throne here. Has the Aegis. Won't have a second way of getting through this one. Jazz is getting low on the death prophet as well. Still alive. Gets chipped away and gets killed off in the end as Armel making his mark known on this game. He charges in, gets a great Sonic Wave off. He's zoning them back into the fountain, allowing them to maybe focus some of these buildings here. But Medusa wants to play it safe, as backed off as they finish off Gabby's breaking. Force out a buyback from him. Dooku's looking for another play in the front lines. Can't spear anybody in. Doesn't have an arena for 7 seconds as well as Armel. Perhaps a little bit out of juice. Has taken out the Snapfire here. Just the one hero dead. Great Ice Path catches out two though. As they go in, jump the backlines here. They want this OD, want to stop these astral saves. Hunker catches the torrent as well as the torrent from Armel getting rolled over the Aeotis. We'll bail him out for now. Another boat comes flying through, but that's going to be off the mark as the arena does finally come back up, but none of the Fnatic heroes get caught inside of it. Instead, it's Kuka who gets kicked out once again. This DJ Tusk is just constantly moving them out of position, and while all that's going on, they bring